Hey, perfect. Now I
Hey, we're
gotta
back.
run.
Maybe.
We're back. I think. Yep, we're back. I gotta grab a cup of
Uh,
coffee real quick.
oh, fucking chat's disabled. Fuckers.
Well, renable it.
I'm working on it.
I gotta grab coffee.
Maybe if I close it out, open it back up and reopen chat. Oh, that's a new one to me. Streaming was unavailable because too many people were streaming. Wow, that many people streaming on the mines? I'm actually happy. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm not actually broadcasting straight from YouTube. I'm actually over on the mines streaming to YouTube. Like I said, I had to find a way around them getting rid of Hangouts. And I pretty much well did. Maybe I can get my chat back up now. Yeah, there we go. It's just, one of those things. I was like, damn, what did I go and do now? I mean, I've been all over the map and I've been probably more free with the tongue than I have been in a while, but damn. I mean, I'm just going to blame it on the alcohol, but. Right. I mean, it's my first stream back in fucking what, 6 months? It's been a while. I mean, I streamed a little bit in May. I think I streamed up until I got the job at. Yeah, I'm right. Before I get myself in trouble and fired. But yeah, where I'm working now, I've been pretty much fucking working. Well, honestly, I've been working from August to mid October. It was nothing but overtime. I was working 6 days a week with mandatory overtime for the five. So no, I've not had had a chance to do anything. As most people know, I don't really have a social life. I don't like going out, and when I do, I don't broadcast it when I go out. Goes back to what I said earlier in the previous broadcast about, hey, some things are meant to be said, some things are meant to be shared, and other things, yeah, keep to your fucking self.
Word.
You
I
know,
wonder
not
where.
everybody needs to know where you're at.
I wonder where me went.
Oh, she'll probably be back when she figures out I got dropped.
Yeah, we got dropped on unsanctimoniously dropped on our head.
I reshared it. I was like, damn, what the fuck did I say to get fucking kicked off the stream? I thought I was being fairly behaved for as drunk as I am.
That's just a slight foobar.
In fact, I know I've been behaved. Because there's a hell of a lot of shit I could open up about said,
Yeah.
which means I'm not as drunk as people I think I am.
Yeah. It's
No,
like,
I'm actually more open and focused than I normally am.
yeah, where the hell is it?
Funny how
Yeah.
those things work.
Yeah. What I don't like is oh, now my phone's gonna be stupid.
Oh shit! I lost all that information. I'm not signing back into my phone. There must be a time limit on mines.
Um. I don't know. I know my phone
Uh,
is.
I've never had that issue before, but well, let's keep it real. I'm not known for fucking doing an hour stream anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Although I have gotten a lot better with um 15, 20.
You could pay me to do a 15-minute video. In fact, I can't do a 15-minute video. I've tried.
It yeah, it takes a lot of,
Yeah, it takes way more than I want to put into it.
but
Deal
it
with it. YouTube makes a watch save to watch list, watch later for a reason.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I can't do a 15-minute video. I can't do a fucking half-hour video. I'm lucky
You
to do a fucking 2-hour video.
you know it's kind of strange. Um I went back
Just
one of our videos that we did over on mine. Um I think it was a 2.5 or a 3 hour
oh fuck,
video.
it was more. Yeah, it was one of the marathon videos I did from Memorial. No, I wasn't. Was I? No, I wasn't back from. I came back on Memorial's Day. It was for 4th of July.
Um we did one. Now I'm gonna have to go and look it up here.
It
Uh,
was yeah. It was. I did it from the mines. I did a bunch of 'em on 4th of July from the mines.
I mean, it was I want to say a three 3 hour video. Where the heck is it? I know it's way to hell down the list.
Yeah, it's the one I also did live call-ins. I ended up having to re-edit, which then I found out the new feature on YouTube at the time. They actually you can actually go into your live streams that you have done or recordings that you've done and edit your video from within YouTube. And I
Mm-hmm.
was able to fucking put out that fucking dude that wanted to put the end go repeat the N word over and over and over and erase that part from the stream without messing up without deleting my video.
You the number one video that I have with the most views was with you, has well over 237 views.
Damn, you're doing better than I am.
Um and then we did one on the school walkouts,
Yep, I remember that.
41 views. I mean, but
I'm lucky to break 20 views. Well, by YouTube's fucking statistics. I know I'd break more than that, but I'm
but
actually sharing the videos like I was.
I've looked on I use Social Blade now as well.
I've tried Social Blade. It won't recognize, it won't show me no statistics. I guess I don't meet their criteria as approved fucking people.
You know, it was strange. I went and I looked um a while back. Now it's been a couple months since I went and looked because I'm getting close to my 100th video. And
Oh shit, why are you bullshit? I'm getting close to my 200th.
and
Where am I at?
they what's interesting is that for somehow, some way, shape, or form, I ended up getting a oh my god, I just had a 30-pound cat jump in my lap. Um and they somehow or another I managed to get a C for a grade for my channel. How the hell could, with their ranking systems, could I get that out of the millions of channels and the registered uh, member on Social Blade? How the hell can that happen?
That's a good question.
You know, and I had a friend of mine who also had their channel size is they're over 1,000, and they have all family friendly. Every video's always been family friendly, and they got like a D minus, and they're like, how the, and I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't advertise on there. I don't do anything different. It's weird. And different ones are like, that is so screwed up how that could happen. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, what does it take to get an A? Because
Right.
where I come from, if you get an A, that means you're an ass. You know, and I got a whole bunch of people that I'm pretty sure would be willing to give me um, the merit pin for being an asshole. But hey, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Right. I could be the first to tell you I'm a fucking asshole. They're called far worse, so fuck you.
I know I have. My cats remind me of this every day. Don't you, Stormy? Don't you?
But then again, I'm also the fucking asshole you gonna want in your corner at the end of the day.
Yelp. Ugh. What you think, Stormy?
I can't believe I got disconnected.
I, that's bizarre. As many times as I've used this streaming app, that's weird. This is just bizarre.
Well, like I said, but hopefully by the end of the next week, I'll have fucking something installed, whether it be Zoom or XSplit back on. Like I said, I've been saving money, but also been upgrading my stuff. The last two things I need to upgrade. I need to. I'm gonna buy different router gear. That way I can have one. The ones that plug into the fucking walls that you
Yep.
can that because I live upstairs. So the router's downstairs, so it'd help be able to get a better strength in here. Plus, I'm going to upgrade the internet to 15. And if MetaLink wants to be dicks and still rob us, I will go to Spectrum
Yeah,
and get my internet through Spectrum. Now that they offer it out to us here in the rural area country, because I live out in the country, which makes it a little bit harder to get good internet. I mean, literally, since my parents had the internet, they've been stuck with MetaLink. And MetaLink is a crock of shit. If you honest me, they monopolize on the fact that they're the only ones that will give people out in the rural in the country internet. They give them crap internet, and I've been dealing with them for since '09, since I've been back here, and I'm tired of arguing with them. So I'm going to upgrade to 15. If my shit don't improve, you can't blame it on my system now because I'm running almost fucking $2,000 worth of equipment since I upgraded to a gaming system.
And this is, I actually did I don't know if it's because I've had problems with different videos just disappearing.
Uh huh. I've had that
Uh,
issue.
I did a video some time ago, uh, on keeping up with the trends because I'm running a 2012 series computer, and it's not the end all be all system. I'll be the first to admit it, but it crosses, or it checks all the boxes for me for what I
Right.
need.
I mean, I
Uh,
didn't need, in fact, I didn't want Windows 10 to begin with. But anything you buy now is going to be Windows 10. I liked my Dell with 8.1, but the problem with it needed a better graphics card to do what I wanted it to do. To be able to live stream, I needed a high end graphics card. Be able to use XSplit, OBS, Zoom, any of them properly, you need a high end graphics card. Well, fuck. To replace the graphics card in there, to get the graphic card needed, it's the price of what I just paid for this fucking HP gaming computer for $600. Well, it's more than $600 when you figure it didn't come with a monitor, didn't come with a cam, didn't come with other software that's needed to do what I do. So when it's all said and done, I still paid the price of a gaming computer. I mean, if I would have went full blown Corsair Alienware,
and that's still a Dell.
and that's still a Dell, which makes no sense why they wouldn't put a high end graphics card in the Dell model that I had. But no. So I'm trying something different. And I tell you what, I logged into World of Warcraft today after I got everything, well, not everything installed because I'm still running all the updates in the background right now. I'm actually impressed with HP and what they've designed for a gaming computer because no loading screen of death for anybody that's been in the game and played WoW. You know what I mean. Nothing worse than having to get stuck on that loading screen for 5 minutes, but it should be instantaneous.
Yep.
And it's all because of your graphic software. I mean, XSplit, you can't run and do a live stream from XSplit to YouTube if you don't have a high end graphics card. And it goes the same thing. This doesn't have a built in monitors or a cam, I mean. So I had to buy a cam. So I went and bought the best cam I could get. 180 per second, 180 80 per second, 60 frame per second cam. That's actually what I like about it. It's portable. Not that I need a portable cam because between the cell phones and the camera systems I got that I've invested in, I don't need that, but I need it for streaming at home because this is something I do enjoy doing. I do take my breaks because we all know I enjoy my solitude.
I think we all do. It's like out at uh my other place. If I was 4 miles closer, I could get actual some actual speed out of the internet. Um,
Right.
Otherwise, I have to rely on whatever uh, the phone company, and I think it's The most is 15, I think is the max. And that's like you're you're actually capped at, it's a ridiculous, I think 350, maybe 400. It might be up to 500 now. But your data limit is 500. And then they
which is
hit
ridiculous.
and then they turn around and hit, if you go over that,
Uh-huh.
they hit you $50. Um Even if you go like 3 meg over, you pay $50. And if you don't pay it, they will just turn you off.
Right. I mean, it's, everything's about money these days. They want to get. I mean, shit. I mean, fuck. How is it that fucking groceries cost me more than a fucking camera, a monitor, and a crock pot? And mind you, I only probably got 15 things of groceries.
It's that's one of those, I pay very close attention when I go to the store. Um like mac and cheese, corn,
Oh
peas,
yeah, I do too.
rice, um green beans, um pineapple, um all these things that I know, um whether it be a locally packed product or not, all these things that I know, Stormy, you're shedding bad. um Now I have not
Oh,
seen.
here's one for you. The price, the ham that I bought for Thanksgiving dinner was the cost like almost $1 more than the cam I bought. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I
you
spent
see the
$34
look on.
for my fucking cam, then I spent fucking $36 on a fucking ham. Which is going to get more use out of?
I
I'm going to
I
get enjoyment out of the ham for one day,
I would be
maybe
taking,
two.
my recommendation. I would be taking some of that ham that's left over, grinding it up, put it in a freezer bag, and put it in the damn freezer so that you can at least make ham salad sandwiches down the road. You know, because the shit's getting nuts, Um,
Right.
you know, it's like some of the things that I like is like the generic macaroni and cheese. Currently, it's 50 cents a box. Yeah, it's not the healthiest thing to eat,
But it's affordable compared to fucking what I spent today.
but it can keep you alive. It can sustain you. I looked at a 12-pack box of ramen noodles, which have a shelf life against popular belief, because people think that, oh, well, it has some wax on the noodles, therefore it should store for at least a year. Actually, maximum sustainable shelf life of ramen noodles is 3 to 6 months. Period. 3 to 6 months. Can you live on ramen noodles?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Ask anybody who's done it more than 3 or 4, maybe 5 days in the county. Almost everybody is buying fucking ramens.
Fuck yeah, because it's fucking they're getting more out of the ramen noodles than they are getting out of their fucking daily fucking allowed diet of
Yeah,
2,000 calories a day.
yeah. Well, you also look at the gut that comes out of that most of those people are coming out of the counties with, and I blame a lot of that on the fact of majority of them have absolutely zero self-discipline.
Well, true.
And if you're going to be in there for a minute, take time to recenter, reground, take a look at where the fuck you're at and the actions that put you there. And while you're in there, since you're going to be in there, um, I've never seen a county jail that said you can't do push-ups, sit-ups. Some of them don't like you.
Hello, daggers.
Hey, Dags. Um, um, I've never seen one that has said you can't do pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, calisthenics, stuff like that in your cell. I've never seen one that strictly forbid it. As long as it was done without a lot of hoopla and hollering and stuff like that. Never seen a one. So while you're in there, why not get rip? It's a little thing called self-discipline.
Well, most people don't have that anymore. I mean, honestly, I mean,
No, it's been
it's
programmed
like
out.
today. I mean, like I said, I want shot. I mean, it's just because I wanted to have Thanksgiving dinner that I'll probably end up having to cook myself, but I wanted to have Thanksgiving dinner. I wanted to make sure, my parents have Thanksgiving dinner. And yeah, I needed a monitor and a cam, but if that was truthfully, I wasn't going to get that till next week anyway. But damn, when my grocery bill for 15 items cost more than my tech that I probably really shouldn't have bought. Oh yeah, I should have bought because I worked my ass off for it, and I haven't spent jack shit on myself. But it's ridiculous. You know, I haven't spent on for myself on any once since I can't remember. It's either, oh, my truck needs this because I need my truck running to get back and forth to work, so I got to make sure it's up and running. I'm always putting things beforehand, which is something I'm, after, what, you've seen the Twitter comment
Yep.
where I talked about the instincts took over, you know, I haven't done nothing for myself since I can remember. I haven't went out, done it just for myself, just to be my, me time. I've either I focused on this channel or I focused on other people. And, when shit like that happens, it put things in perspective. It's like, man, I'm thankful that I'm in perfect health, for one. I'm thankful I don't have really any addictions. I'm thankful that I took time out in my early years to take CPR training, first aid training, because you never know when it's going to need it. But I'm never, no, something, we all hope we never have to
To use, but
use. When it does, I mean, let's talk about PTSD for a second. And it's not even PTSD, it's just a reality check. It's like, I've done all this for everybody else. What have I done for myself? What have I focused in my life? Those are things I was dealing with after the fact. I'm in good health, but I've, what have I done with my life? What have I done for myself? I've been all work, no play, don't have a social life, chosen being a bachelor forever. For what? I don't have what do I have to show? And those are the things that that you start realizing, like, shit, this dude's 21. I'm fucking 41, going on 42. What do I got? What have I done? Have I taken, I talk about taking time out to smell the roses, which I do, but have I? And you start getting these thoughts, and it's like, wow, man, I really do need to start focusing on myself
You
and
know,
doing
I
the things that I haven't been doing because I don't want what I don't want to. Well, some of it, yeah, I don't want to. I'm not social. I really am not. I mean, most people see me on here talking, but when it comes to being out there, I am not a social person. I don't like being around other people, crowds of people. It's not me. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it quite well when I have to. That's the key word, when I have to. I can sit here and drink all day long, and you probably wouldn't know it unless I let you know it. As you can see, I can go completely being tipsy turvy to quite sober quite quick.
right.
But that's also some of the teachings I've had, how to use those particular aspects for focus material, to use it for gnosis, deeper trance. Everything has a moderation, everything has a point. That's why I don't go out drinking. That's why the bar scene's not my thing, because I understand it has other uses, other purposes. See, now I can be completely serious, where earlier I was being completely silly and half-assed drunk, which I just killed the buzz I had. All because the channel wanted to go down.
but it,
And
it
I haven't been doing anything in the past close to 6 months.
but we can also look at the and I got into this debate, not it's been a little bit, but somebody who's close to our age, and they're in a similar situation of they're nearing uh they're getting close to 45, and they're like, you know, all they've ever done is work, 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 work after they got out of the military. And
Mm-hmm.
they're like, now they're that middle age is starting to really become a reality to them. They're like, what is going to be my legacy? I says, you know, part of your legacy, I says, to be quite honest, is going to be your work ethics, your hard driving, hard charging. Let's get on it. Let's do it. Let's do it right the first time so we don't have to half ass it and come back and do it again in 3 months. And he's like, wow, never looked at it that way. I says, you know, you served right around the same time I did. I says, and we look at the situations that we're in now. Could you, in good faith, bring a child into this screwed up society that we have now, knowing all too well what could happen.
Yeah, see, I'm on the fence on that one. As
And,
I've gotten older, that's the part that's bothered me about my bachelorhood. Well,
and,
probably that, and somebody wanted to throw it in my face for fucking over a year, which, yeah,
and,
really got under my skin. But he makes a point.
and he's like, you make a good point there. You make a good, strong point. I says, it's up to you, and only you have the right. There's no right or wrong answer for this. It's up to you and how you choose to go forward with this. And if you choose to bring kids in, know that for the rest of your life, you're going to be responsible for them even after they turn 18. You're still, to some degree, responsible for them. And he's like, hmm. I said, are you ready for that? In every sense of the word. And he's like, I don't know. I said, real simple. Kids don't come with a how to manual.
Fuck no, they don't.
I says, ask anybody who's had a kid in the last 5 years or 10 years. None of them came
Fuck, I
out
think
with a how to manual of
no. There's no
everything.
how-to manual when it comes to parenting.
It, each kid,
You really.
each kid is uniquely different.
And the worst part of that's coming from somebody who doesn't have kids. But I've got the experience, my friends, my closest, no, my mentor, my teacher, my brother, Rob, who, well, we had our falling out, but, some of that was me. Actually, most of that was me. I've always admitted when I'm at fault on things. But, you know, seeing him raise his kids, he's even admitted it. There's no fucking manual whatsoever. And you don't know what to expect with each kid. I mean, it's no, I'm not going to get into that's personal shit, but you know, there's an interview if somebody wants to ever do one. I'm more than happy to hook you up. You want to talk about how fucking vaccines fuck up kids? He'll tell you. I've
Oh,
watched it. I witnessed it. I witnessed this kid being fucking super smart, talking, eating till she got her fucking vaccine, and now she's yeah, yeah. That's and that just boils my blood from what I seen.
and
And
it's
so you can't tell me that vaccines don't cause harm because they do. I mean, just look at every TV fucking infomercial you see about all these new drugs. Look at all the goddamn side effects
yeah,
that
that's
they list. I mean, how is that even? If you got all these side effects that this could potentially cause, how can that even be approved as safe?
well, I think that one of the biggest ones that um was the biggest red flag to me, it is probably the biggest news generator, or propaganda, however you want to look at it, um is this new crisis that is going on with the vape pens, and like the all the and I'm not going to name any of the particular brands because, well, I just don't go there. But uh what I can tell you is that the United States the FDA used studies that were done in New Zealand and Australia that were only 6 months in length.
Now on this subject, just this week. Now this is something I did caught because I've been actually following this because a lot of my friends vape. I occasionally do. I've been using a Juul here of late just because can't smoke at work, and and most people that know me, I'm not a vaping fan because it's water in the lungs. But this is what the FDA came out for these states that have actually tried to ban it. So they forced them into doing a medical review and testing. They've actually said it's the ille- illegal THC that's being put in there by people that aren't. Basically, it's just a group of people that's trying to claim that this is a vaping product when it's a THC product that's been chemically altered, and that the vaping aspect of it is perfectly safe. Now, do I buy completely 100% of that? No, because I know how I felt when I tried to vape, and I do listen to my body. And when my body says, no, this ain't good for you, I listen. And no, vaping, in my personal opinion, is not good for you. Is it why? Because, well, one, I stated water on the lungs. If it makes you cough, there's something wrong. Cigarettes don't make me cough. But yet when I hit that vape, instantly I'm coughing. Something's wrong.
I've witnessed that from you with your vape pen on a couple of
Hmm.
different video conferences that we've done off cam or off stream. Um, but yeah, and that so-called study that they're talking about is only just a isolated case of a few of the cartridges that they were able to confiscate. Not
Right.
That's just an
And these
isolated incident.
cartridges, right, exactly. These cartridges were somehow slipped in and they weren't from a chemical place that makes the vaping pens. Just like your CBD vapes. For those that are using the CBD vapes, be careful. Know the places you're getting your shit from because that's where the real issue came into. It wasn't the vaping product, the nicotine product. It was the CBD product that was causing the issues.
Right. But now there is, and right now there are 17 states that are getting on board with this. Um, it's either going to be a 21 and over, uh, or an all out outright ban.
See, I live in a state that tried to ban it. Michigan tried to ban it. Michigan did, in fact, ban it, and they all lost their arguments in court. Now that after this CDC ruling came out this week, no state has a legal ground to ban vaping because it wasn't the vaping product. If you're getting it from a legit vaping shop where they make it, or and there's there's tricks to that too. Know the shop you're going to. I know a few places online where you're getting pure vape, not bullshit. Some of the vaping shops sell some bullshit that's not pure vape,
Right.
and there is a difference, instantly because pure vape not going to make me cough, as I found out. It's a learning experience. Do I vape? Like I said, not really. I have a Juul. I use it from time to time, but the Juul don't make me cough.
But
But I'm also careful now, more careful now where I buy my stuff. Just like my CBDs, I'm more careful where I bought my stuff. When I got back from Ohio, or back from North Carolina to Ohio, Come to find out, I was driving in Ohio illegally because I had CBDs in my truck, and Ohio had banned CBDs,
Yeah,
which they lost that argument on. I've been doing CBDs now for close to 2 years, and I tell you what, I'm thankful for the CBDs, but I don't do it's like I said, everything in moderation. I
right.
stick to the medical dose, which is 30 milligrams. Yeah, do I occasionally go over it? Yeah, if I'm in a lot of pain, I'll go over 30 milligrams. Just because my body builds such a tolerance to things that it's required to go over it. I have to go over it to get the effect. But I also know when that happens, I know, okay, I can't do this for a couple months. I got to bring my tolerances back down
Yep.
to where I can go back to the medical dose. You know, and it's the same with alcohol. Alcohol, we talked about in the previous before we got cut off. There's plenty of medicinal purposes for alcohol. There's plenty of barding purposes for alcohol, from cleansing wounds to be used as a sterile. Yeah, yeah, I probably didn't pronounce that right,
Sterile.
but yeah, to sterilize items, sterilize wounds, and there's plenty of scientific facts out there that says even go down to a glass of wine is good for you. Shot a day is good for you. I used to like drinking a fucking shot of fucking whatever, usually Johnny Walker, in the evenings, just a glass, smoke a pipe, and tobacco pipe, and just chill outside, sipping on till it was done, or inside chatting with people. You know, kind of got away from that. Well, now that I'm working third shift, it's kind of hard to be an evening drinker, and I'm not a morning drinker. And preference, I prefer not to drink at all. It's just there occasionally, and I prefer to do something else. But hey, I got a job where I can't do something else, or I lose my job. So, and even with something else, I'm referring to weed, guys. No, no mystery. I did the smoke and toke show. So, for anybody that ever watched it, I was high as fuck when I did it. I have nothing against that because that is a natural substance. I'm not a fan of anything that's chemically altered. I'm not a fan of prescription drugs of any kind because it's not natural. I'm not a fan of anything. I mean, alcohol. I mean, there's plenty of statistics out there between alcohol and weed. I know when I'm under the influence of weed, I'm more focused and alert than I am when I'm drinking. In fact, if I open up a beer, I am not driving. One beer, I will not drive for 2 hours. Liquor, even longer. But I also know my body. I know how much I can consume and be safe, or how much time I need to recover before I can get behind the wheel. It's about knowing yourself. It's knowing your body, knowing how you act on these things. Like I said, everything in moderation. Have I been using moderation tonight? Yeah, a little bit. A little loose with it. But then again, I haven't drank and probably really drank since I got back from North Carolina. So, like I said, I haven't done shit since I got back to North Carolina. I've been all work, no play. And the week I had, actually the past few weeks I've had, fuck it, I need some relaxation and time to myself and enjoyment. And I'm happy I got a new system and I'm able to finally do a good live stream.
Yeah, it's been pretty. Other than that short little snafu, that I've never seen happen before. It it's been pretty good.
It's like
But
I've always said, I'm going to do what I enjoy doing.
but
Some people might think I might have lost focus or just wanted to give up on Sons and Daughters of Liberty. No, that's not the case. I didn't need a break, but I also was working. I mean, for those that don't know, from August to mid-October, I was on mandatory overtime and I was working weekends. Voluntary on my part. In fact, when the overtime ended, the mandatory, I was still working weekends because I was still volunteering for it. And some of those fruits of that labor is right here. New computer, new system. Starting next week will be upgraded internet and upgraded on our Wi-Fi, our monitors and stuff, or not monitors, our routers. And so I've taken the time to upgrade things that I needed, that I enjoy. This is my peace of mind. You know, yes, I'm not try not to talk politics because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the same old BS bullshit every fucking day. I'm tired of the negativity, and quite frankly, anybody that knows me this time of the year, I don't want to hear the negativity. I want to hear positive shit, which pissed me off about that stupid reporter.
she obviously has too thin a skin, or
I
the
can't even say that because I didn't say nothing to even provoke what was said in return.
I have the screenshot on my phone, so I it's one of those
It was
things.
just a bad week that week, period. Because it wasn't the first time that happened. It was like the third time.
There were a lot of people that week though that were were just, it's like they were looking for somebody. It's like they were a accident looking for a place to occur. And I've seen this type of behavior pattern happen back in 2014. I seen this same type of behavior patterns happening back then too. So, but I think that it's becoming more uh perpetual, and people are getting more and more um thin skinned about shit, and stuff that a decade ago they would have just brushed off and nothing would have ever been made of it. But obviously this person was just looking for somebody to lash out at, and you just
Well,
happen
I think the part that really got under my skin is when she wanted to put her profession and say that's how reporters and stuff get shot and beat up. That's what really got under my skin. And it's like what I said had nothing to do with that. What I said is I wish more people would post positive things like this because it was a very positive and uplifting post that she shared.
yeah, it
Nowhere
was.
did I have anything negative in it. Nowhere, anywhere.
And
And it's like then it makes me go back and think, why the fuck do you even follow me? I've got
and
reporters, plenty of reporters that follow me. That's never pulled a stunt like that. And this is a local reporter. Oh,
and
I mean, if I wanted to be downright nasty, I'll tell you exactly what she is. She ain't nothing more than a 2-bit fucking traffic reporter.
And my I have different thoughts, but I will keep those to myself. Um, because you know, at some point you have to,
Bite your tongue.
yeah, because sometimes it's better to say nothing to some of those people, because I know so many independent journalists out there
Exactly.
that are doing 50 times better than the lamestream and not getting anywhere with it. And then I see a lot of these other ones who used to be in it for the right reasons and have sold out.
I mean,
And,
I get
and,
it. She works
and
for Sinclair Media. I get it.
yeah, one of the most corrupt fucking agencies in and if you really want to trace that one back, you can trace that all the way back uh to the Templars.
So I mean, as you can see, I did take the high road by just being a bitch. Basically, that's what it was. I was a bitch. I apologize. I was in the wrong. I don't know what the fuck I don't know how you got what you got, and that pissed me off even more. But the fact was, I didn't say anything, and I got treated like a piece of shit.
The a lot of these media conglomerates forget that at some point or another, every single one of them, at some point or another, came from the street.
Hmm.
And
Well, good example. Somebody we was talking about the other day, Tim Ripper Owens.
yep,
I've been to his bar a few times. I've met
he's a
him,
hell of
talked
a
to
nice
him.
guy.
Hell yeah, he's even better when you know the fact that he this year alone he did an event. All his proceeds from his concerts and stuff went to the Akron Fire Department and the first responders.
No, he's a active first responder.
See, I think a lot of people mistake that I don't know people, and you've seen my followers list on Twitter, so you know I do know some people. But
Look
most
at the
people forget I'm just not on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere. I ran my own magazine. I published and edited and produced my own magazine. I know people in the music industry that would amaze you. I know
look
people in the media industry that it will amaze you. I don't publicly announce that shit because it's none of your goddamn business.
look at the
Because those are my private connections.
look at the
Some of them I'm good friends with.
look at the former drummer from, I think it was Slipknot. He decided,
Joey,
yep, he stepped down.
well, he
Uh,
didn't really have a choice. I mean, he was fucking ravishing in pain every time he had to be literally put in his seat and literally craned out of his seat.
but look at what he's doing now.
Right.
He's a cop now.
Hmm.
You know, serving his community, and he's loving it.
You know, and
He's
that's the part I think people get. We want to blame. We see all this corruption and shit. I don't get me wrong. Hollywood is fucking fucking weird, pedo, and all that. But there's still good people that's in Hollywood. There's still people that's everyday people like me and you that's
Jack
in there trying to
Osborne.
make a living.
Jack
Yeah,
Osborne.
MLS.
Yeah, he's a part-time officer in Colorado.
And he's got MLS. I mean, people judge people because, oh, they're a celebrity, they're the rock star, they're this and that. Oh, he's a convicted felon. I mean, fuck. Quit judging people by their past. Look what they've done. That's the way I've got to look at things. Yes, I don't agree with half the stars. Let's keep it real. What's that? Me and you are old enough to remember this. Some of the listeners might be old enough to remember this. What's the hashtag symbol? What do we know it by?
The pound sign.
I mean, really? Pound me too?
Yep.
That's what you want to name your you want to get pounded? That's what you want? I mean, let's talk about fucking symbology and fucking idiosyncrasy. Just straight you don't even know what you're doing anymore.
And
You can
I
change the name and you can change the name and add fucking new stuff, but in the end, the original pound symbol still means what it means. No matter how much you change it, that is the original root origin of the pound symbol.
yep.
You want to call hashtag. I mean, let's talk about easy way to manipulate people, brainwash people. Well, it's cool to pound people. Now, however you want to reference that,
And there's a,
I
a
know.
a time and a place. It's called in a ring. Um, by mutual consenting parties. Um,
Exactly. Consensual parties. Consensual being the key word.
and whether that's in an MMA ring or a boxing ring, it doesn't really matter as long as there's two signatures on a piece of paper. Then it's a legally binding contract. Otherwise, but the court, in the eyes of the courts, it's hearsay and it's inadmissible. And then it
You
becomes
know,
something called either disorderly conduct, assault, or domestic violence. Um,
or felonious assault.
yeah.
Because for some states, like my state, if you have any type of martial arts training, you better go register your hands and feet.
Anything
Because
above
if it ever gets brought up that you have training in that area, you will be instantly charged with a felonious assault or attempted murder.
in my
I
state,
know. I have
it,
to register my hands and feet.
in my state, once you reach black, you must register, even at
Uh
first
huh.
degree. Um, in some states, it's I think brown. It it really
I,
it really just depends.
I think here in Ohio, it's once you go past brown, which I think you can't remember, it's been so long. I think it's purple.
Yeah,
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've had that training, and I've had more training since then. But the fact is, I don't want to fight. In fact, I'm gonna. You're more likely to get three swings off before I even do anything because I know the training I have, and I know once I reach that point, I don't see you. I see the tree.
yep.
I see that strike tree. You're not there, which means at that point, I'm doing whatever it takes to incapacitate you or worse.
Yeah, it usually ends up in a Kimura or triangle or something of that nature until you quit
Yeah, it
moving.
ends up in broken bones. Yeah,
it
ends up broken bones or lack of breath,
until you quit moving, because I don't
and
recognize
that
tap.
includes twitching.
Yeah, um, and but that goes back to that fight or flight. Um,
Hmm.
you
It's
know,
instinct. It becomes instinct. Once you have all that training, it becomes instinct. When that point happens, whatever you set as that point, for me, I've managed to set it at you're going to get three off. You better knock me out in that third. Because if you don't, well, I'm
you,
within my legal grounds to physically abuse you.
after in my eyes, you're entitled one. It's called one, and you're done.
Mhm.
um, and I will go by any means necessary. Um, because
Well, I
that's
mean, that's what most people don't realize. And then, the most preppers don't even talk about this. I'm sitting at my computer desk and I'm looking at fucking probably close to 100 different weapons. And no, they're not weapons. They're improvised. Lighter, that lighter is really a weapon because it's got multiple parts to it. The drinking glass I'm drinking out of, the bottle of Crown down there, everything at my disposal is a weapon.
yeah, that's pretty
You're
much
never unarmed.
no, oh, I that's pretty much the case. It is with me too. You
I
know,
don't have to reach for my knife, which is really within hand's reach right there next to my pants and my belt.
I mean
I don't have to
it's.
reach for my gun, which is in hand's reach. It's up under the desk.
I mean, I don't have to be within everything is within. Oh, apparently my light.
I mean, I'm willing to bet you're the same way. When you walk into a place like a bar, the first thing you're not looking at the people. You're looking at the exits, what's around. You already spotted out all the improvised weapons, and you're
Uh,
going to set yourself accordingly to the nearest improvised weapons, the least rowdiest spot and closest to the exit.
oh, I'm always closest to the exit, always, and I never have to look very far for something that could be construed as a tool. Um, something as simple as a double A battery. Um,
Right.
you know, um, those hurt like a bitch. Um,
Well, yeah, especially somebody like me who can who was a pitcher that could throw up the 98 miles per hour on any pitch.
and
I mean,
I'm throwing at a mid 70s, so you're gonna go night night. It's just the way it is. Um, but that would be the least of your concern, um, because it's probably going to end up going in your mouth, and that's never a good thing. That's battery acids in there, and once that hits your stomach, you're
oh yeah, it's
done.
all bad.
It's a done deal. Um, you know, um, I mean, there are so many things that people don't even realize, and that's part of that situational training, you know, and all too often I think people they don't when you go for training and things like that. The one thing and I've talked to old veterans from Korean War, World War II, Vietnam, and even current veterans. And the common theme across all of them was they taught us to fight. They trained us across various things, but the one thing they never trained us for was the coming home.
Right. They don't. They're not. I mean, that's the worst part of the training. You know, that's the problem I've had with having multiple channels. There's shit I talk about over in KOTR that I don't bring over here. And I almost came back for the October for the Halloween stuff because there was, the psychological programming, the training, and all that. What people don't realize how much subliminal stuff they're being bombarded with.
Right.
What people don't realize, it's like our soldiers. They're trained occult shit.
Yeah.
But they're not trained fully. They're trained on one aspect to be focused on that aspect, and they're not trained how to switch out of it.
Yep. When you're
As much as I hear people bash the occult as evil, it's it's the people that use it. It's the intent.
yep.
It's not the person. It's not black or white because there's no such thing while you're bullshitting. Because we're all good and evil. We all have bad tendencies. We all have good tendencies. It's just what we choose to be that day, or what pisses us off that makes us be something else. We give up, but you're programmed to believe that, which allows you to be susceptible to all these psychological brainwashing that happens on the internet, TVs. It's scary. It's far more scary than the cult shit you actually believe is evil. But yet, those of us that come out and talk about it and point these things out to you, we're evil. I haven't yet to understand the logic of that thinking, but it also comes down to the fact that I don't care. To each their own. I did my job. I made you aware of it. That's all I'm supposed to do. Now, when you see it, something in your brain bucket's going to trigger that of what I said, and you're going to like, oh wait, something's not right here. I mean, I don't care where you go, anywhere this day of age. It's all symbology. It's all sigil magic meant to trigger something in your mind. It's been a marketing tool since fucking, I don't know, since they've invented TV. And even before that, they've done it in the papers. You're bombarded. It's even worse now that technology's got so far. I mean, I know people have pointed out these things in technology. They pointed out the symbols in the circuit boards. I mean, you're staring at a black mirror right now. Yeah, I mean, you guys just don't know. It all boils down to, I like to keep it simple, frequency and vibration. It's the one thing we cannot get away from. We all emit energy. We all emit radiation. We all emit energy and various other things. If you know how to control that, you know how to manipulate that, well, you have a choice to do good with it or to do bad with it. It's that simple. Unfortunately, this knowledge has gotten into people's hands that should never gotten into. Now it's in the hands of everybody who don't know nothing about it. But yet they're programmed, if anybody talks about it, oh, they're evil. They have knowledge in this. Well, history's a bitch.
And
And if you study your history,
And the big,
truly study history, you'll quickly learn that a lot of things that you have been conceived as reality, as fact, is nothing more than fiction and fabricated lies meant to deceive you, enslave you, and keep you manipulated as nothing but sheep before the going before the slaughter.
and the problem with history that has
Oh,
become
it's written by the conqueror. You got to know, understand the aspect of history.
the problem,
History's there's more than one story.
right?
Those by the conqueror and those by those who were conquered. You got to know both sides. The ones that are conquered, that's usually passed down word of mouth from generation to generation. Hence, why for those that have been lucky enough to speak to the elders of Native Americans, you will understand that there's here in our U.S. history, there's plenty of words of Nephilim and giants that walk this
Oh
here
yeah,
in the United States, but yet there's no evidence of it because it gets swept under the rug. Hence why I want to do urban legend and folklore here on Sons and Daughters of Liberty.
and and this is one of those cases. If people don't believe me, that history, for lack of a better word or term, because we're creatures of habit, it always seems to come
Yes,
back and smack us in the face
that's
every
why we're always
time.
repeating history too.
Every time, you know, you can go back 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 years. And really, you can go back and look at some of the ancient cave paintings, and if you understand um, the petroglyphs and such that were wrote in there, what where where did we take a right turn or a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Um, because somewhere along the line, and I truly think that it happened even before that. Um, we took a wrong turn somewhere, and right around the time that humanity decided to be a hunter gathering society, problems began, and problems begot problems, and they lacked the mental understanding how to appropriately solve those problems without violence, without bloodshed. It comes down to the heart and the intent of the mind. That's why
Exactly.
it's all throughout history we see great problem throughout. You typically about every 5 to 700 years, usually no more than 800 years, there's widespread chaos and illness and famine for nearly a decade that decimates populations.
Exactly. In fact, it's actually, which I hate saying this.
It's biblical.
Yes, the Book of Daniel breaks it down. It's every 700 years.
So, and we are in that 700-year window right now.
And
We are
people
right.
might say, why would you hate to say that? Because it's biblical. It's not because it's biblical. It's because of the dogma that's
So,
used to brainwash people and pit people against each other. That's my problem with the concept of religion. To me, religion is a bad word. We should have
reli-
faith and we should have belief. We should not have dogma.
and my take on it is religion is for people who are afraid to go to hell. Spirituality is for those who have been there and done that and know their true direction of what where and have the wherewithal to find that inner peace. Most people don't understand that. They don't have the mental capacity for that or the
And
intestinal
it's gotten
fortitude.
worse. And honestly, it's gotten worse as we've gotten more advanced and more and later in these years. I mean, like you pointed out earlier, Christianity is not the number one religion anymore.
No, by far.
And it hasn't been since, while you're bullshit, it hasn't been since the 2000s. Because in the 2000s, paganism outranked Christianity. Christianity was like number 8 on the list of religions. You know,
And
and I'm not knocking any religion because it's not about the religion. It's about your faith, your belief. You know, I do firmly believe in what the Bible says about faith without works is dead.
yep.
Because you got to have faith. Doesn't matter what you call your God, by what name, it's your faith, how you feel, your path that you're on. That's all that matters. I can't tell you what path to walk. I haven't walked a mile in your shoes. I've walked a mile in mine. I know what I've experienced. I've taken those experiences, learned from them, and it's guided me on the path that I'm on. Is my path for you? Fuck no. Find your own. Because my path has not been the straight and narrow path. It's been the fork in the road, bend, curve to get to where I'm at. I took the long way around.
Yeah, you took the rattlesnake path.
Oh boy, did I.
But on that note, I got to bounce. I gotta get up in the morning at like 6. I got a
Damn,
45.
it's 1:31 already.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
still
get
gotta
up.
watch these movies I rented yesterday. That was due back today.
Oops. I gotta get.
It's Redbox.
I gotta get up at 6 and drive 45 minutes and help some people out that need some help, and then I gotta go to another location and uh, start working on uh, packing bags of rice, gallon bags of rice. So
Have fun with that. I'll
it's
be
only
enjoying my hangover by look staring at the back of my eyes sometime at 6 o'clock in the morning when I decide to go to bed.
well, you enjoy that headache. Been
Oh, I
great.
won't enjoy it. I'll be sound asleep.
Yeah, my kids are looking my fur babies. I call them my kids because, well, I swear either I either they've got me so trained I mimic them or they mimic me. And I haven't figured out which yet, but they got me so trained that typically by 9:30 my tail's in the sack, so I can get up at 4:30 in the morning and do 3 hours of yoga and calisthenics. Oop, you froze. Drew, you lost it. It's weird. We've never had this problem before. But you have a great night, Dagger. And for all those that catch the replay, take care yourself, take care of your neighbor, take care of all those who are close to you. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, you froze up again.
Oh no, I got straight booted.
You got straight booted. Damn.
No, I think it's because of all the updates I got going on.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Um,
and stuff in the background. Like I said, I just plugged it in and started updating and said, "Hey, I want to do a live stream and test everything out." That's why I
ah.
see two of me right now.
Yeah, nothing like trying to confuse me, but it's all good. And oh, okay, there you go. Now there's only one of you in the room.
Right.
um, but you know, like I was saying, remember to take time out, take care of yourself, your neighbors, your friends, your family, um, the ones that you hold near and dear, because you never know when their time might just come up as you've seen. Take time to be with those that you wish to be with, especially with the holiday season starting to come up. Um,
Fuck the holiday seasons. That
uh,
was my philosophy after the day after the fucking Walmart incident. Four
yeah,
hundred bucks for groceries.
yeah, I gotta
Well,
go do that on Wednesday.
yeah, I wasn't. No, I mean it's bad enough. You figure Black Friday's not till the day after Thanksgiving. In some cases, Thanksgiving night. But I mean, but I'd be damned that place wasn't packed. Of course, they're running sales now. Of course, nothing I bought was on sale.
Yeah, they start.
Oh wait,
Uh,
the crock pot that I bought from my mom was on sale. Why? Because I
they
wanted to be able to cook a ham in a crock pot. Notice I said
they
I wanted to.
they started running Black Friday specials here on select items starting on the 15th. I actually got an email about it um, on the 15th.
Yeah, I've been getting email notices about it daily now at Walmart. Oh, we're doing early Black Friday sales. I'm like, really? On what? Can't tell. Still the same prices. In fact, here's a trick to this, guys. You've actually marked up the prices since I was there 2 weeks ago, and you're calling that a sale.
Yeah, but on that note, I got to bounce. I got to get up in like less than uh 5 hours, so I got to go.
I
I
don't have to be. I don't have to be up until 10 p.m.
lucky you, but
Well, I
we'll
don't
do
have to
it
be into
again.
work till 12:30. Yeah,
We'll,
that's the
we'll,
other thing, guys. I, I don't know if you know, my schedule is actually 12:30 to 8:30. Yeah, not normal third shift hours, so I don't know how I'm gonna do my streams just yet because I'm still getting used to the not being overtime, doing 9 hour days, 10 hour days, sometimes more. So I don't know how I'm going to do my schedules. In fact, this is probably going to be whenever I feel like it from here on out, which
I'll be
means no notifications. I'm just going to jump on
I'll be right back.
because I'm still getting used to the schedule, the lack of schedule, which is very much case in point. It's a lack of schedule 'cause I haven't figured it out myself. I just know Friday I slept from I went to bed around 12. I slept till almost 12, but that was because I had a long week and my body said enough. Like I said, people call my Twitter little thing like, damn, that's the most I've slept since I can remember, which tells me I really overdid it this week. My body said I really overdid it this week, and it's still saying that. Hence the large consumption of alcohol to just help null some of the pain. Which only works for a few hours. Or until something happens and your stream gets cut off for no apparent reason. But I am back up to a point. Like I said, there's a couple more upgrades I'm getting ready to do. And that's dealing with an internet provider that ain't worth crap. But we'll see how 15, jumping up my shit to 15 works. I'm happy with the new computer so far. I will keep updated on the HP gaming computer because it's new. And I'm curious what HP has brought to the table for the gaming computer side, which I'm kind of disappointed in considering it was just a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. You had to buy, no, not monitor, but tower, keyboard, and mouse. You had to buy a monitor, a cam. But in the end, to fix what I needed to fix on my Dell would have cost me the price that I paid for the HP gaming computer. So win-win either way. This allows me to stream, allows me to use the software that I use to be able to stream from OBS or XSplit or whatever else I decide to choose because they want you to have a decent graphics card. And thus far, I'm enjoying what I got. It's only the first day, obviously. Granted, I don't know what all we covered. I can't remember really. That's pretty much me running my mouth, I think, for most of it. Obviously, ramblings of the cat mind. That's what I'm going to do. But it does feel nice to be somewhat back live streaming. I've missed it. But there was things, like I said, I wanted to upgrade a few things before I got back. And now I'm, financially capable of actually doing some of the things I wanted to do. I haven't really been doing it. But these are the things that I enjoy. I know most people don't enjoy, probably not happy that I'm back, but I don't care. The fact makes me happy to know that you're not happy that I'm back. Yeah, it's the sadistic side of me. But as far as political shit goes for a little bit, I'm going to be staying away from it probably till the end of the holidays. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm enjoying not getting caught up in that drama. I mean, it's too much negativity. Don't need that this time of the year. Don't need it, period, in your life. But it's so crammed down our throats. Sometimes it's hard to avoid. I mean, I go on Twitter. That's all I see, which is why I haven't been on Twitter much. And when I do go on there, well, you get some crazy reporter that wants to chew you up and down, saying that you're being negative. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, my blood's still boiling a little bit about that. especially when it comes to somebody I actually had respect for.
I have uh, I have a thought on that, and then um, I got to bounce. Um, something that my daddy taught me many, many lifetimes ago. And my dad's been gone uh, since 2015, coming up on 4 years now. And he always said, respect, it's not ever given.
Oh no,
It,
it's earned.
it's something that is earned through blood, sweat, and tears. And not exactly in that order.
Plus, I'm a firm believer in I show respect as it's given. You
Exactly.
show me respect, I'll show you respect. You show me disrespect, well, you don't want to open that can of worms.
Yeah, a few people have figured that out about me finally. But on that note, folks, I need to go. Um, I have a very early morning and an extraordinarily long week ahead of me. So I will probably be popping a stream or a video rather. Probably won't be a live stream, but a video. Um, maybe midweek. Uh, it's going to be weather pending. Uh, so we'll see what happens there. Um, y'all know where to find me. I'm on all the platforms. Uh, not that hard to find me. Free Spirit Press News. Check it out. You like it? Great. If you don't leave anything negative. Just click the little exit button at the top um, and hit it on that one. Uh, because this is the season of giving, and really what this world needs is more caring people.
Yes, I agree.
Um,
Don't need assholes like me.
on that note, I'm going to close like I always close. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors, even that crouchy, cranky old fart that you don't like down the block. You never know when your life just might depend upon them. Take care. God bless. Till meet again.
Thanks for dropping in.
All right. Catch you later.
Catch you later. As for me, guys, yeah, I think it's probably good enough. I think I've caused enough drama and opened my mouth probably more than I should have tonight. Feels good to be back. But, I do agree with what she said. It's a season where there's enough stress going around. We don't need all this negative crap. My personal opinion, turn the shit off. If your feeds are just talking politics and all that crap, turn it off. Don't need it this time of the year. We got enough stress on our hands. I've got a little different outlook on life here of late, especially the recent past couple weeks. You know, I'm going to take more time for myself, which I haven't done in a while. Actually, I haven't done it since I can remember, so it's more than a while. But I'm also going to start doing the things I enjoy. I do love doing these podcasts. I'd like to see, you know, I like to reach my goals of what I want to do with Sons and Daughters of Liberty, which I have yet to do. And that'll come in time. God, I hate watching myself on video. Makes me realize how much I talk with my hands. You know, I still got goals. I still got plans for this channel. Just because I disappear periodically from time to time, don't mean I'm not watching and listening, because I very much so am. You know, like I said, I can count. You know, I follow a lot of people, and yes, there's a certain few that I can count on my hands that I, through this momentary moment of silence that I've been through, have been following, watching. I've just kept silent, mainly because I don't want to interact. I don't want to say anything. Don't need to. They're doing enough good enough job out there without me opening my mouth. I mean, shit. We got people like me, the people's perspectives. I mean, if you haven't listened to her, checked out her channel, check it out. Free Bree, Free Spirit Press News. Check her out. I mean, be rich. I mean, I can go on and on with some of the great YouTubers out here that do way more than I ever do. You know, I come on here, I speak my mind, I speak my opinions, my views, and that's just what there is. They're my opinions and views. You know, I know what they say about opinions. They're just like assholes. Everybody's got one. You know, sometimes I touch on a little bit of my history, my family history, because that's what Sons and Daughters really about. You know, you know, and some of the politics. This is what this channel's about as well. It's just right now I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it because I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's being said. I don't want like what I'm being hearing. You know, a couple of weeks ago, probably one of the first times I've actually took time for myself. Yes, there was alternative motives behind it. I finally went, oh no, I'm going to go to Toledo. I'm going to go downtown. I haven't been downtown since I was a teenager. Funniest thing happened. I found this coffee shop. I mean, this place has changed since I've been there. Obviously, because come to find out, as I was sitting in the coffee shop, it dawned on me where I was at. You know, what used to be across the street used to be a club I used to go to see live concerts called the Asylum. Fond memories of that place. No longer there. They tore it down. But sure enough, I was in familiar area. I just didn't recognize it. Sitting in this coffee shop. Wonderful coffee shop, by the way. What was it called? The Rust Belt. Kind of a, you take the name, picture how the decor and stuff looked at it. But I got to sit in there, drink more than I should have drank on the coffee side, because I probably tried a few different coffees, espressos, cappuccinos, mochas. But I goes and more enjoying the conversation that was in the air, listening to other people talk. That's the nice thing about when you go to coffee pubs and stuff. People talk, they don't really care. They forget that they're in a coffee pub. They forget they're surrounded by strangers. I got to hear what they were saying, what they were thinking. And it put things in perspective. It put things in like, man, people are kind of tired of this crap. People are worried about the future and shit. You got to hear different sides, different categories of age, from the old to the young college students. It was enlightening. It was probably one of the best days I've had. Of course, I've been, it's been so long since I've got out and done things like that. I used to go to the coffee pubs frequently when I was going to college. Because that was the atmosphere. You got to learn things. People talk freely talking about things that they don't realize other people are just sitting there. They forget. They forget their worries, their troubles, and it puts things in perspective of what's going on, what people are thinking. Of course, it made me think, man, got away from doing videos for a while. Well, I know why I got away from it because I needed a break. Then I wanted to upgrade things. And I was working a shit ton of overtime. You figure it out from August to mid October. Yeah, that was mandatory. I didn't have time. And the weekends were voluntary, and I was volunteering for every weekend. I got back in that habit mentality of all work, no play. I've been no play for a long time. But I was enjoying the working aspect more so because I came from a job where I was stressed the fuck out, wasn't like enjoying it, and it felt good to be someplace new and actually doing something different that I don't normally do. Honestly, I don't normally do factory work. I've done everything in the book and probably have only held 3 factory jobs my whole life. It's been everything else but factory work. Not that that's kind of healthy for you because factory work does take a toll on you. But for me, it's a different environment, different pace, and I actually love the job, which is weird. You know, I talk about people need to step outside that box. Sometimes we do have to step outside the box, step out of our comfort zone. And I'm working on that. Something I've been working on the past month. Stepping outside of my box, my comfort zones, that antisocial zone that I like to keep myself in. Have I done it as much as I'd like to? No, because it's not that appealing to me. It's not appealing going to the bars or clubs. Now, coffee pubs, that's a different story, which I've kind of made a habit of at least once a week, find a different one to go to. You know, that's something I suggest you all do. Step outside that comfort box, that whatever bubble you put yourself in. Experience new things. You know, I always talk about taking time to smell the roses. Well, literally take time to smell the roses. Step away from everything. Try something new, different. A break from all this chaos, psychological bombardment here on the internet, TVs. Take a break from it. That's the best thing you'll ever do. Now, I try to do at least once a year. Take at least a month, 2 month break from it because it does get to a point. It's too much. It's the negativity that you get bombarded with. It's the arguments that you get about. Who cares about what political views another person has that conflicts with yours? One, I grew up in a day and age where most people you don't even know if a person was a Democrat or a Republican because they wouldn't talk about it. That was something that was kept quiet, kept secret. You had a better chance of knowing what they did in the bedroom than what their political views were. But in this day and age, it's everything's out there. Too much information. We freely give too much information, and it allows for too much stuff to come in. They take that information, they screen us, they use it to jam ads down our throats, to send trolls our way. We've forgotten what it's like to be solitary. We forgot what it's like to protect some of our privacy. We forgot what the word privacy even means these days. I don't have my location app turned on. I'm not going to tell you I'm at Walmart or I'm at such and such place here in Toledo or Defiance or Napoleon or wherever I may be. If I wanted you to know, I'd call you. Hey, why don't you meet me here? Or I'd text you. I'm not going to share it for everybody to know because who the fuck knows if that one person on my list is a psycho stalker or a psycho mental case that I pissed off that wants to fucking do something serious to me. Discretion. We forgot what that means. I'm a prepper. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you this landmark. Hello, I'm old school. You show me landmarks, I can find it. I'll find it better off a landmark than I will off a map. We forget those things. Oh, I want to show you all these nice toys and guns I got. No, I'd rather not. I mean, I don't think any of you have seen what I got because I don't share it. And if I do, it's something probably old and vintage. You know, it's just comes to that point where we live in a day and age where we got to share everything. No, I'm gonna stay old school. I'm gonna relish in my old ways. I'm old, so fuck it. Technology is great until it gets abused, until it gets in the hands of people that want to abuse it and use it to manipulate people. And that's what we see. I mean, hey, I'm at work. I work such place. Oh, really? I'm gonna rob your house. I mean, come on, guys. That's basically what you're broadcasting. Hello, I'm not home. We've forgotten phrases such as common sense. It's time we get some and start using it. Common sense tells me that, hey, I should be sharing all this information. Now, what I do share is meant to be shared. And what I don't share, well, quite frankly, it's none of your damn business. But yet, every app we install on our phones, on our computers, oh, we need to know this. We need access to this. Really? To the point you forget what you gave access to, permission to do what. Next thing you know, you might have some images floating around on, oh, let's see here, Dropbox, Google Images, Google Drive, Cloud, which therefore is accessible from your Microsoft account, Hotmail, Outlook, whatever you want to call it now. Oh, wait, I didn't post that picture. I didn't post that video. What the hell? Oh, forgot about the permissions you gave, didn't you? Catched everything. They want to know so much about you. They want to know everything. In fact, they want you to be installing stuff. Let's add this smart technology to your houses. Yeah, let me add this so the delivery guy, UPS guy, or whatever, can just drop it right off inside my house. In fact, he's got the code. He can unlock my door and bring it in, set it in. Yeah, no, I think not. Or even now, they get to the point where with these deliveries of fast food joints, they can just walk right in, deliver your groceries, deliver your fast food. You don't have to be home. No, I do not care. Never. And coming from the anti-socialist here, or antisocial, I'll rephrase because socialist means something different. The antisocial person in the room, they're trying to get you to stop going to theaters, going out, going to these restaurants, going to Walmart. They just want you, oh, you can just get delivered here. You get your takeout delivered here. You don't have to even go there. Why don't they want you to go there? Well, they don't want you socializing. Say keyword to social. When you go to these places, you're going to bump into people. You're going to socialize. You're going to talk. Oh, wait, we don't want people talking because they start talking. People start awakening. They start waking up to realizing, hey, wait, why are you seeing this? They start questioning things. They don't want that. I mean, the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I mean, the memes, guys, it's kind of getting old. Why don't you do a real interview? Go ask convicted people that's been set into prison what the suicide watch is. That's all you gotta do. Interview them. And they'll flat out tell you, no way, no how, can't be done. Sorry, you're locked in a room that's monitored 24/7 by cameras, and it's usually posted right next to the guard station. Oh, wait, and there's nothing in there that you could strangle yourself, cut yourself with. Why? Because, well, the clothing you're given is paper. Your bedding's paper. Yes, I said paper. I mean real thin paper, from what has been described to me. Impossible. But that goes to the other problem. Oh, nobody's going to do that because it's a convicted felon. Who cares what they say? They deserve to be where they are at. They're bad people. Hmm. See, that's where the judgmental side thing comes in. We're always judging. We're always judging people by that label that we've given them. They're an ex-felon, therefore they cannot be trusted ever, even though they may have changed, become a role model of society. Oh, no, wait, there's no such thing. That's why, that group calls the ones that actually get out, succeed, make something of themselves, make a better life for themselves, 1%. Because that's actually the statistically number. 1% break free from that revolving door. 1% actually get out, don't go back. Because why? They're a commodity, they're cattle. They bring in money to the states, to the counties that these prisons are located in. They're a revenue. So therefore, they're not a person. They don't need rehabilitated. In fact, they need to be dehabilitated. They need to be so that everything possible that they come back. There's your prison system for you. It's designed to keep you in. It's designed so you can never get out because we're making money off you. You become slave labor in some states. But nobody wants to talk about that because they're criminals. And I hear plenty of people talk about it. I hear people bash people all the time. Oh, he's an ex-felon. And, don't get me wrong, there's some ex-felons out there that give reason to say that. But not everyone's like that. But they get judged because of the bad apples. Anybody that knows me, I'm very fond of the bad apple comment. No, instead of weeding out the bad apples, we just blame the whole. And it is true. One bad apple can spoil the rest. But a good, watchful, tender gardener, watchful consumer will pluck that bad apple before it spoils the good. They know it's just the bad apple, not the whole, because the whole hasn't been spoiled. We forget that part. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little return. Yeah, I know, not a normal short stream, never is, never will be. And you never know when I'll pop in, pop out, because there's nothing gonna until I figure out my schedule. There's nothing gonna be scheduled. But I am back, and I will do live streams when I see fit, when I feel like talking about things. But for the most part, for the rest of this year, there's not going to be much politics talk because I don't want to deal with it. In fact, I'm not dealing with this point. I'm not even tuning into the news, honestly. I don't want to hear about the impeachment shit that's going on. Fucking treasonous bastards. That's my opinion. But I've stated that well before this took place. You know, there is change that needs to come. Unfortunately, some of us know the truth about that type of change and how it has to occur. In fact, history has shown us how change has to occur. You peacefully protest, but yet answering me this: how much change has come from a peaceful protest? That's just the reality of things. That's the reality of things we don't want to see. Or I really don't want to see it because I see the consequences. I see how bad it can be, will be. There's got to be a way we can avoid that. That's what we should be talking about. How to avoid these things. Well, how do we avoid it? Well, kind of talking about how to avoid them. Start focusing on the positive, not the negative. Start avoiding that type of news. Because if we start talking about it, we start feeding it. And we're just as guilty as the ones that are jamming that shit down our throats. Because we're talking about it, we're focusing on it, we're putting it in a pinpoint, we're reaching other people that tuned it out. So we're just as guilty. I'm not going to be guilty. I'm not going to tune into it, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'd rather find a solution, a way around it. If there is even one. Honestly, I think we passed the point of no return a long time ago, but there's that optimistic in me, that hopefulness, that I get accused of so much. Yep, I can't give up on that aspect. I'm not going to, because without it, well, I might as well jump on board with the rest. Yeah, let's raise that pirate flag, Let's raise that fucking Confederate flag. And most people say, "Oh, you're talking about the Confederate flag and raising it? You're a racist." No, no, no. Research your history. No, no. It doesn't stand for racism. It doesn't stand for the Confederacy. It actually predates that a little bit. It is the battle flag for a reason. It's a flag that basically represents that we're not going to take it no more. We've had enough. Just like most people think when I say broken snake, oh, they're going to say Islamic. That predates Islam. But most people don't study past their history, what they were taught. They believe everything they're taught without studying other things. To realize that broken snake goes predates Islam. It has actually wasn't even originally Islam that represented the broken snake, which broken snake, you guys all know what it means. If you don't, well, research it. I mean, hey, it's on the Confederate flag. There's a reason the snake shows up. There is a meaning behind it. And that's on you guys to figure out. I did my research on that. That's what I like doing. I like making you think, making you question things. That's my job. My job isn't to tell you this is fact because, it might be fact for me, but it's not for you. I lived a different way. I traveled a different road to get to where I'm at. I haven't experienced the things you've experienced. Your fact is not my fact. Because I haven't experienced what you went through. I haven't walked a mile in your shoes, and I don't want to. I've walked a mile in my shoes, and that's more than enough for anyone. In fact, I wouldn't pay you to walk a mile in my shoes. That's how bad my mile of shoes went. And I wouldn't even wish my worst enemy to walk a mile in my shoes. So it gives you a little incentive not to want to walk a mile in my shoes. And I don't want to walk in a mile in your shoes either because I've had my own experiences. Thank you. I don't want yours. I will listen to yours because I'm going to learn from it. And that's what these type of my personal opinions, what these types of platforms are meant to do. That exchange. That's why I enjoy why you see me always share screens to my YouTube channel with the live chat because I want to interact. I want to learn from you guys just as much as I hope you're learning from me. I want to interact because that's how we learn from each other. It's that talking back and forth without arguing, without nothing wrong with a good debate. But I want to interact. I want to hear your experiences. Maybe your experience might trigger something. It's like, hey, I didn't see it that way. Let me think about that for a minute. Let me actually try that out. But no, we've been taught not to do those things. We've been taught that's my way or the highway. Oh no, no, you're wrong. You can't do that. We've been programmed. I'm tired of the programming. I'm tired of the fucking. Oh, you think I'm a slave? Oh no. I'm sorry. There's not a submissive part in my body. Don't mistake respect for submission, because I truly will not bow down to anyone. I don't care who you are. And that should be your mentality. In fact, my personal opinion, there's only one person you should be taking a knee to, and that's to whatever God you believe in when you go into prayer and worship. That's it. Because that's what it is. I mean, no man should have control over me and my thoughts, my views, my opinions. No man should tell me how to think, what I should wear. Oh, you need a haircut. Fuck you. I'll cut my hair when it's time, and when it's time, it'll be donated to charity. So they can make a wig out of it for the cancer victims. So don't tell me I have to cut my hair. Yeah, I'm a little finicky about that one. Plus, now I'm really getting more finicky now. I get up the age enough to grow as quick. But then again, I'm looking for at the younger generation. Who's going to take up this mantle? Who's going to take up and learn from what I've said and others have said? Who's going to be the next voice, the next sons and daughters of liberty? Ah, hence my old teacher, mentor, brother words ring even louder, which I hate because it is fact. Who's going to be my legacy? I don't care about legacy, but I do care about the fact that you know, mm, for me, I don't care what people think about me, not one bit. Never have, never will. But yet, what am I leaving behind? I'm leaving an imprint. In fact, I'll be recognized for generations to come. Once there's internet, these videos are archived. Somebody will stumble upon it. Somebody might even stumble upon my writings. There's a legacy of self, but it's not the legacy I'm talking about. And it wasn't the legacy my teacher was talking about. I get it. Not that I want to agree with it. The fact is, you know, what am I leaving behind? I look at my generation, my family. Well, my dad's side of the family slowly dying off because, well, I have no kids. My sister has no kids. Our brother's the only one that's had kids out of our family, and it's declining even after that. My forefathers' generations and legacies are coming to an end because we're not procreating. We're not having kids. We're not passing on our knowledge, our history to our kids. And that was the point my brother Rob was trying to make. That, I couldn't see through. In fact, I just got tired of hearing it. It was something that was, I felt was being more thrown in my face than anything. And I got tired of it. It was striking a nerve. But, and it's a good teacher. Knows how to push the buttons that need to be pushed. Even though the student doesn't want to hear it. Or as he'd say, the goldfish doesn't want to hear it. But those are the things we learn. Yeah, granted, times there'll come the time where you finally do hear it and it sinks in. And, that's just part of life. Right now, believe it or not, I'm actually happy. I would, if you had asked me 6 months ago, 7 months ago, yeah, hell no. I wouldn't have seen how happy I'd be right now because my life was going up and down worse than a roller coaster. Nothing was going right, which is usually a telltale sign that something needs changed. And when you don't hear what other people are saying because you don't listen, sometimes it takes a incident to make you understand. I get it. Which is, don't be like me. Don't take all those fucking curves and forks on the road. Try to stay on that straight, narrow path. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. Because that path, wow, it just leads to headaches long run. Yeah, you'll learn the hard way. And you also learn that, hey, life's a little too short. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. I'm not going to focus on what everybody keeps saying is going to happen because, well, if it happens, it happens. I'm ready for it. And you should be too. I'm going to live for me today. I'm going to live for those around me today. I can't afford to think about the what ifs and what ands. What would I do if this happens? No, I've already prepared for what will I do if this happens. Sometimes it takes a little reality check. I got mine 3 weeks ago. or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. I know all the things that I've worked, done, studied, classes I've took. I know it's there. I know instinct will kick in. Doesn't mean that I don't need to brush up on things because I realized I learned from that experience too. Hey, I need to brush up on things. 'Cause fuck, I left my cell phone in a damn truck. How can I call 911? Call help. My only instinct was to run to the person and completely forgot I left my cell phone in the truck. Now, it's a learning experience. So you take from those experiences, you learn from them. I learned a lot of things, and it made me question some things about what I've been doing all my life. Have I been doing the things that I need to make myself happy? Have I been taking for granted my perfect health? Which is really not that perfect, but it's perfect for me. I know all the abuse I've over the years I've done to my body through sports and other things. And it made me glad I did the things I did it early on when most people my age wasn't doing them. It also made me glad to realize, hey, I'm glad I've kept myself in fairly decent health, fairly decent shape. It also made me want to strive to be a little bit better at doing those things. Why? Because, well, here's a drawback to being solitary, antisocial. Man, what if that happened while I was out the other day when I went cross country skiing after our first snowfall? There was nobody with me. Nobody knew where I was at. I just, oh, I'm going to go cross country skiing for snowfall. Mm, reality sets in. It's like, man, that's something that would happen to me. What would have happened? Who would have been there for me? Mm, who would have known where I was at? Like I said, I got a good dose of reality the past couple weeks. Also got a real dose of reality. I'm not in as shape as I should be. And I've also got the reality of the fact that I ain't getting younger, I'm getting older. Eventually, I'm going to have to pass this torch on to somebody else. See, sometimes when situations happen, they make you think. They make you think about things you didn't want to think about. Probably much more happy if I didn't have to think about it, but reality sets in and it's time to focus on those things. And it also brought me back to focusing on this channel once more. It's like, I need to get back to it because this is an outlet for me. But it's also to share experiences, share thoughts and ideas, experiences. It's the fact that I'm still learning. We're always learning. We're going to be learning till the day we die, which hopefully is a long way down the road for all of us. And it reminded me, it's like, yeah, my stubborn ass needs to quit letting pride go before the fall and stay on that short and narrow path because that long, crooked, forked A roller coaster path is not the way to keep learning. And I thought I was doing pretty good. Yeah, apparently I wasn't. It's just like I made a comment about the reporter. Because that just got my blood flowing. And, it also made me think, why do certain people follow me anyway? Have you even watched a video I've done? Or you just follow me because somebody else that you know is following me? Somebody you recognize, you know? I've always stated, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I really ain't. Let's see here. Bad language, I smoke, I drink, I cuss worse than a sailor sometimes. I try to be respectful. There's just times where, fuck it. Things just need to flow. I ain't the best role. In fact, I'm the worst role model you could ever have unless you want to learn what not to do. Then you're in the right place. But I still share those experiences. I still laugh at the stupid shit I've done. I've laughed at some of my mistakes. Fuck, okay, better. Because the alternative is to be depressed about it. Like, or that woe is me attitude. Well, fuck that. I'm gonna learn from it and not repeat it. Fuck that. That shit hurt. And of course, there's some things we just keep repeating until we finally get it sunk in. Hey, you should change something. Tell you how to ball about those, but I'm not going to. The point is, the holidays are coming up. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get caught up in all the bullshit that's going on, all this negativity. Oh man, Black Friday's coming. I need to go do this. Well, you know what? I don't have to leave the house to do Black Friday shopping. I can avoid the lines and the chaos. I can do online shopping. I don't. But yeah, it requires information. You know what? At this point in time, anything's gonna keep me from stress and negativity. You know what? I think online shopping this year is good. But I also think after Black Friday, if things settle down, I'll go back to what I do best. I still enjoy going to stores. I still enjoy waiting in those stupid lines at Walmart because I don't want to have two cashiers open. I enjoy talking to people, listen to people's conversations because they don't want you doing that. Hence why they want you to shop online all the time. But hey, a little break here and there, it's good for the soul. It's good for you. And with that, what's going to be good for me is staring at the back of my eyelids here in about an hour or two or three. Who knows? No, probably longer than that because I'm probably going to be up till 6, 7 o'clock. So I don't screw up my sleeping schedule. Consider I'm back to work in the morning or Monday morning at 12:30, which is still Sunday. And I'm, like I said, thus far, I'm just content, happy with the new software. It's running perfect. Now I just need to upgrade the last two things, and hey, we might actually be onto something and be able to get better quality streams. Actually, be able to do some of the things I've been wanting to do. But like I said, guys, I'm streaming right from the mines right now, so take advantage of the other places. You know, I got a whole different followers on the mines than I do have on Twitter or Facebook, Gab, here on YouTube. These platforms allow you to reach different people that aren't on the same other platforms that you're on. Use them. I don't have nothing much nice to say about D Live, but rest assured, once I can stream there, I will use it. It's another avenue. It's another place where I can reach different audiences. And that's what it's about. I learned that a long time ago when I was publishing magazines, when I had to listen to an ex beat it into my brain bucket that, well, I get don't want to let people in, you want to be picky about, but you can't grow, you can't market, you can't advertise, you can't get what you want out there and reach the people you want. Okay, she was right. Which just pains me to say that, but she was right. And there was a mentality that I had about you know certain things on that aspect of letting people in, because the more people you let in, the more of their crap gets drawn into yours. So their negativity gets brought over there because, well, whether it's whatever reason or label you want to put to it, you're still letting them in your circle. You're still letting them in, and they affect you. You might not know it, realize it. Their energies do affect you. There's no differentiation between business partner, acquaintance, friend, or whatever label you want to label them as. It's all the same. You let them in. You got to learn to differentiate things, put things in categories, and know how to use it as a tool and turn it off when it's not being used. I think that's called, what is that? Nope, not even going to try it. I was going to say decarbonize. Nope, yeah, nope. Yep. Ask me about that when I'm sober, and I'll actually be able to say it. But on that note, I'm going to take my not sober ass and go find something else to do. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, it feels good to be back. And yeah, we'll get back to the normal videos where it's a lot less swearing, a lot less the F bomb being dropped, and who knows what else got talked tonight and said, which sometimes makes for the best videos anyway, I think. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night myself, at least from this platform, and go frolic in other places. I might even do some gaming. I do want to test this PC out more. This was one of the tests, see how it would stream, how the cam would work, which I don't like. But it helped me work on my phobia about cameras. Because I hate having my picture taken, and I hate watching myself on cam, and I really hate hearing my own voice. I can only imagine what you guys go through. Having to listen to me for over 2 hours? Wow. I should be paying you guys. But with that said, you guys all have a good night. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I mean, we all got something to be thankful for. I don't care how bad things have gotten. We can always find something to be thankful for. I know earlier this year, I couldn't think of a thing to be thankful for. But things change. New things come about, opportunities come about. And I've got more things to be thankful for right now than I've had in a while. So there's a few things I'd like to add to that list. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. And right now I'm happy with the things I got. And that's the thing. Find the things you're happy with and enjoy them. Don't focus on the things you just Sweep them under the rug. That's where they belong. All that negative stuff, I'll focus on that some other day. When, hey, when I feel like I can. Or when I feel the need to. With that said, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. And you don't know, never know when I'll pop in and do a video. So look for the notifications. That's the best I can do. I don't trust YouTube to send you my notifications, not one bit. And so it doesn't even matter if you click on the bell, you probably won't get them. I've been on their naughty list for a while. And I doubt my recent return is going to change that fact. But hey, at least I'm on somebody's naughty list this year. You guys have a good night or good morning, whatever it is, in your part of the area. For me, it's still a good night. It's not 8:30 yet, so it's not nowhere near close to bedtime. I will see you guys on the next video. Now I gotta remember how to close this thing out. Oh yeah, end call.